depression and sadness. That's what I suffered from. I suffered from self-loathing and depression to a point where I couldn't live with myself anymore. But I was, I know that Eckhart Tolle said that in his
Right.
awakening. He said, I can't live with myself. And then there was that moment of realization that there's two selves in there. I can't live with myself. Well, that means that there's two of you. What the heck does that mean? And the Course, of course, refers to it as the split mind.
Right.
And that's it's referred to as the angel on one side and the devil on the other, the white wolf and the black wolf. But you have two aspects to your consciousness, and if the dark wolf or the ego is in control, you will suffer terribly, and it may kill you.
The ego is very insidious, isn't it? As you were saying that things were designed, and it's really the ego's designed to keep us in that perpetual state of being separate, of believing that we're separate. And any little crack, the ego will find and exploit, and will enlarge that sense of separation that we all experience.
I think the biggest realization in doing the course was this idea that we have chosen separation. And I think this is a challenge for a lot of people as they're studying the course, this idea that it is the aspect of our own mind that believes in separation that got us here. I think in religious terms, it's considered the fall, right? The fall from grace, the fall from the Garden of Eden. But in actual fact, I think that's a truth that's kind of hidden in a mythology there. But the truth is, when we realize that we have an aspect of our mind that does not love us and keeps making us go back to the fridge at 3:00 in the morning for more chocolate cake when we don't need chocolate cake, or another gin and tonic when you don't need another gin and tonic, you actually come to a place where you realize there's a part of my mind that I can't trust. There's a part of my mind that doesn't love me. And yet there's a sane part of your mind that wants to be healthy, that is loving. And I think that's a huge realization. But when you actually think about there's a part of us that brought us into separation, that's what we're undoing. And that is why it's so difficult. Because we came here because we believe in separation. And the part of us that brought us here is the part that will fight to the death to not do the course, because the course is really undoing the separation. So if you actually play that story out, a big part of you that came into separation is not going to want to undo itself. It's sort of, it's like what we're finding out with AI now. If you try and delete AI, it will try and save itself. And I think that's exactly what the ego does. It doesn't want to do the course, but the sane part of you that suffers eventually gets so tired of suffering that it says, I am willing to do something so weird, study with Jesus for 365 days. I'm willing to do that because I'm done with this separation business.